right. We've got three minutes on deck in this main event.
This is going to be an unbelievable way to end our amateur card. Elijah Morales, Shane Godoy. Unbelievable matchup here to close out our amateur card. Both of these guys could finish the other at any point in time.
Absolutely, without a doubt, man. Especially at this bantamweight division, these little guys, man, don't blink.
Man, and for little guys, they have such power. I was saying during the walkouts, Elijah's an absolute behemoth behind that right hand. Shane Godoy, a very seasoned grappler, very tactical, but very well-rounded. Elijah's using his overhook hand to grab the wrist of the underhook of Godoy. If he can get him pinned to a fence, he'll be able to take really good advantage of it. Godoy doing a really good job freeing the hand, getting the full body lock. Elijah swinging back to center line, pummeling in, deep underhook in there. Elijah either needs to get Godoy's head up higher, which he does. Godoy happy to hang on here. Elijah might be playing a little smart and letting Godoy kind of wrestle him around, but Shane doesn't look too bothered by it. Way to take the momentum to your advantage by Godoy. Elijah turned the corner. Godoy used that to penetrate and take Elijah down straight into the half. Elijah's doing a decent job at the moment of protecting it, sliding out the back, getting his arm free. Godoy popping out the backside, kiss of the dragon style. Elijah recovering, turning the corner, getting on top, threatening a guillotine of his own as Godoy drives through the takedown, taking Elijah to the floor. Elijah was smiling upon the landing there, so maybe not so bothered by it, but being underneath a guy like Shane Godoy is a horrible experience, and I would not want to be there.
Yeah, and he has to do a little bit more and be active. If somebody takes you down, your first reaction is just just let it settle in. No, as soon as your ass hits that canvas, you need to pop right back up because that's the best time to get up off that canvas there.
100%, but Godoy did not give him that opportunity. When their hips hit the ground, Godoy was on him heavy, keeping him in play. Godoy working his way to the mount. He's just got that foot caught in a quarter. Elijah doing his best to keep stuffing it in, hooking that foot, but he's giving Godoy plenty of room to free that foot. Godoy threatening the mounted guillotine. Elijah turning to the underhook, but Godoy getting back on that center line. He's going to look to strike for the finish.
Tried to reverse, but
not enough time there.
Godoy doing a really good job floating over when Elijah's using those explosive bottom escapes. He's got to be careful of his arm because both times Godoy has floated over to the arm bar and Elijah's been keen on the ball to get his arm out, but a catch is a catch, and that can get very dangerous very fast.
Who do you guys have in the first round?
Shane Godoy.
No clue.
I'd give that first one to Shane Godoy without a doubt.
Godoy did get top position. He did ride very well, and he threatened, but nothing was ever so close as to be decisive or what I would think it was impactful, if that makes sense. Elijah landed some good shots, but no more or less than Godoy. The grappling generally even, but Godoy was on top, so I've got to be on your side. I got to edge it out for Godoy, but that was a tight round if I'd ever seen one.
Round number 2.
The best part about the lighter weights is they don't get tired. Hopefully I didn't jinx somebody, so knock on something. Godoy using the threat of those takedowns to get his striking moving, but at a certain point in time, Elijah likes his get back, and you're gonna run into some shots. As you do, big right hand by Elijah.
Oh,
Godoy, I can't believe he caught the kick one-handed cross body. That was crazy.
That was very instinctual there of Shane Godoy.
Beautiful catch by Godoy. Unbelievable takedown. There was nothing that could have been done with that. That was abnormal.
Yeah, anytime somebody kicks, catch with one hand, send that right cross down the middle. I've seen that before.
It was just how he caught it that blew my mind.
It was like backhanded.
Yeah, he caught it on the wrong side of the body, almost like it phased through his center. But it didn't. So Elijah's reaching up, and that's a dangerous proposition to a guy like Godoy who really enjoys an armbar. But Godoy raining down shots on him.
And there's a lot of time left here to be under the mount of a strong fighter there like Shane Godoy. It's less than 2 minutes still to go in the second round.
More than half the round, yeah. Mount is one of those horrible positions where sometimes you got to take a couple shots to get out of there. Elijah is that guy, but it's a dangerous proposition at any point in time. Godoy playing a really smart low mount. You have an explosive fighter like Elijah Morales underneath you. You want to take away all that explosion. And you do that by locking your feet under the butt or grapevining the calves. So here, Godoy is just controlling heavy on the head. He might even be looking for a smother. No, he's not. Sitting. He's trying to set something up. It's always a risk when you step up from mount because it does give away the roll, but giving away the roll gives away the triangle as we see him attempting right now. Big right hand by Elijah Morales as Godoy shoots that triangle. Elijah stops him. Banging his hips, he wants a guillotine. Elijah has a damn good guillotine. Godoy looking for a takedown of his own. Elijah really fighting that hand in. Godoy puts him to the mat. Elijah head on the wall. Bad place to be, but the head of Godoy is still trapped. If Elijah can get back to a full guard, he can threaten, but is he going to burn his arm out in the meantime trying to do so?
And the good thing enough, Shane Godoy is in the corner here, a fusion here. Head coach Jalen Williams, less than 10 seconds to go.
Elijah back up to a knee, turning the back, giving it up to Godoy. Godoy looking for the neck, and it's not there in time.
2 down.
Yeah, I know you said normally bantamweights don't get tired, but
This boy might be tired.
I would hope that he's not tired. He is breathing heavy, as you should be if you're fighting your butt off for 3 full rounds. Godoy's got to be on the ball coming in this 3rd round. He can't rest on his laurels that he's won the first 2 because Elijah is always dangerous, especially in the striking. If Godoy is looking for success, he should keep playing the part that he's been playing, getting his takedowns, getting on top, and being punishing or at very least controlling from there.
3rd and final round coming up for this undercard main event and bantamweight title bout.
Godoy clearly has the grappling advantage here, and he keeps catching the kicks of Elijah Morales. Elijah's had great success with his boxing, but he's got to stop throwing kicks. They haven't suited him well. Stick to the boxing. Every kick is getting caught by Godoy. He has to stop kicking if he wants to keep it standing. Unbelievable. He reverses Godoy's takedown. Godoy tumbles through, puts some little extra momentum on it, and ends up back on top. That is a pedigree of grappling if I'd ever seen one. He knows how to read the situation, and even when it's not in his favor, turn it in a way that it becomes in his favor. Beautiful work by Shane Godoy.
Yeah, he's just what we definitely call an athlete, just wherever it goes, whether on the feet, standing up, in the scrambles. That's where the fights are won.
And he's damn technical in all of those positions as well. Digging for the neck, you can see him working that hand in on Elijah's face. Elijah getting his hand in the middle, controlling the bicep or forearm.
Got both hooks in.
The underhooks of Godoy, well, if he kept those double unders, which he didn't, would have made it harder for Elijah to turn. But now he's attacking the neck. Elijah looked up for his angle. Elijah's got to kick out that bottom leg, start scooting his butt to the left, and try to face the cage. Oh, good hand pin here, but Godoy adjusting. Very smart play on his behalf. The ankle lock isn't there with a stiff leg, but I like what he's thinking. Victory at all costs.
Yeah, Elijah Morales' corner calling for a sense of urgency here. In my head, he's down 2 rounds to none, so he's got to get out and need to finish.
With Godoy getting the better of this round as well.
Godoy's grappling has been able to nullify the danger of Elijah Morales. And here's the thing, Elijah's grappling is not bad. It is very good. And that shows how good Godoy actually is here on the ground. Elijah's looking for that old school ankle lock when your partner crosses their feet. I don't see it in this moment. Godoy is showing zero reaction, and as a guy who had that done to them before, it hurts like hell. You will react. The legs are starting to open. He's looking for his sit-up. He's going to turn the corner, but is it too little, too late? No, Godoy using his butterfly to crab ride him, land up in leg drag. And that's 3 rounds in the books. Beautiful work by both gentlemen here. Shane Godoy really showing a strong grappling prowess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached a decision, a unanimous decision at that. For your winner, out of the red corner, Shane Godoy.
And still